Hi, welcome, and in this tutorial you're going to learn how to create dependent drop-down lists in Excel. But first, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on our future videos. Without further ado, let us begin. So what we want is to have a drop-down list. For example, the item that is selected under item and description should be dependent on what is selected under subcategory, and then the one that is selected under subcategory should be dependent on what is selected under category. So here we have only category that is not dependent on any of the other cells. So basically, let me take you to our list, or that acts as our database. So basically what we want is, if someone selects under category, selects for example income, we should be able to give this person options to select from what is under income. So for our case here, we have room revenue, vending revenue, and meeting room lease. Then if someone selects, for example, room revenue, we want to be able to show this person that under room revenue you can select only this. So if at all someone selects vending revenue, this person should be able to select only this under vending revenue. And if at all they select meeting room lease, it should be only selection from this. And the same applies to the expenses. If the category is expenses, then we want someone to select from any of these subcategories. So under these subcategories, we have items under them, and then that person can select from this. So basically, that is what we want. So let me delete all this. Actually, we only need to delete this. Let me clear this so we can start from scratch. So basically what we want, let us start by creating name ranges in our list sheet here. Name ranges help Excel to easily identify where your data tables or lists are located within Excel. In our case here, I already created these name ranges, and you can see when you select administrative costs, Excel identifies where these administrative costs are. And then when you select category, Excel identifies where category is. So how do we create these name ranges? Highlight the whole table, including the header. Click on formulas. Click on create from selection. Check the top row, and then click OK. You will see that the name range category will be created under our name ranges here. So the same thing applies to all these other tables that we have here. For example, if you want to add taxes and utilities under our name ranges, highlight the whole table, including the header. Click on formulas. Click on create from selection. Check the top row. Click OK. And taxes and utilities will be listed under our name ranges. Once we are done with that, we go back. We want to have category here, a drop down of category that is independent of any other cell within our table here. So what we do, we first highlight the cells that are going to be affected, then click on data here. Once you select data, you go to data validation, click data validation. Under settings here, you select list, and then from here you select the source. Now here you can put your cursor under the source here. Click on F3, and then you will see that our name ranges that we created are appearing here. But we are interested in category, So you can click category and then click OK, and then click OK. Now you will see that we have income and expenses listed here. So another way of doing this, first of all, let me clear this. Another way of doing this, highlight the cells that are going to be affected, then click on data, then data validation, then select list. From here, you click on this here, and then you can go back to your list. Then you highlight, you go back to your list. Go back to your list here, scroll up, and then you can highlight or select the data that you want that is under category. And then you will see that in the data validation here we have equal category, which is all the same. Once done, you click OK. Then you will see that you have category as income or expenses here. Whichever way works. So we want our subcategory to be dependent on what is selected under category. For example, if we have someone selecting income under category, we want that person to select from any of these three under income. Or if at all someone selects expenses under category, we want that person to select the data from any of these three that is under expenses. So how we do that? Highlight the whole table, rather the whole cells that you want to be affected. Click on data, click on data validation, and then you select list. Then from here, we are going to use a formula called indirect. So for this case, you type equal sign, type in indirect, the word indirect, open brackets, and then for our case here, we want the cell which is D8 to be dependent on cell what is selected in cell C8. So in this case, we shall put C8 under our formula here. It is C8 and then close the brackets and click OK. Once you click OK, you will see that when someone selects income here, in our subcategory, we can select from any of the three which are within our income table. So when someone selects expenses, you can see in our subcategory, we have those three that are within our expenses table. So we want to have the same scenario happening on the cells within items and description. So how we do it, it is the same process. First, highlight the cells that you want to be affected, and then for items and description, we want it to depend on what is selected under subcategory. So what we do, we go to data tab here, click on data validation, click on data validation, and then here you select list, and here you are going to use the same formula, which is equal to indirect, open brackets, and in our case here, we want what is selected under item and description cell E8 to be dependent on what is selected under cell D8. So here we shall put D8 and then close the brackets and click OK. Once you're done, you will see that under vending revenue, we have what is listed under vending revenue, and we can choose from any. Under taxes and utilities, you can see we have all this, so you can pick from any. Then administrative costs, you can pick from any of this. And this is how we create dependent drop-down lists in Excel. I hope this has been informative to you. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and also share. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Thank you.